is up, punters and dribblers? Welcome back to another episode of About Even, number one betting show on planet Earth. Brought to you by our good friends at Ned's. We love Ned's. If you're going to have a bet, responsibly, of course, but do it with Ned's. Do it with our good pals over at Ned's. We've also got our private betting group About Even. You know of this if you have seen the show before. The passcode, the secret passcode, Dribbler. See you in there for a little giggle and a punt. Back for another week. The sun shining, birds chirping. Everyone in a good mood. Vibes are high. I think everyone's got a smile on their face.
Mate, I got up with the birds this morning. Tom went and got after it.
Did you get after it as
well?
Yeah,
mobility.
Give me some of that, buddy. Look at us.
Listen, mobility session today, punters and dribblers. You get to my age, you get to the ripe old age of 32, and you got to fucking stretch the bot out because otherwise you'll be tight as fuck. You'll fold in on yourself and you'll have severe lower back pain. So you got to go out there and get limber.
I also went for I just went for a little 5K before the sun came up. Usually I'm a 10K before sunrise guy, but I thought 5K today I did get a stitch that wouldn't quit. And did I see former Wallaby Drew Mitchell on the run? Yeah, I did. Did he give me a nod? Yeah, he did. And did that make me feel good going around? Drew just went, hey, how you going, mate? Yeah, it felt nice.
Were you walking at this stage?
No, I wasn't. Thank Christ I was trotting. And every time, I'd run past. He was.
You don't want to.
He was with a bunch of former Wallabies as well, but only Drew knew who the fuck we were because he's been on the pod. But I'd run past him, but then when I was coming back down, because they were just walking. So when I'm running back past them, coming from behind them, I'd fucking speed up hard.
Were you grunting?
Well, no, I'd just speed up. So
Any grunt?
It'd look like I'm really putting in some fucking
work. You know an effort grunt?
No, but you don't want to do an effort grunt when you look like me. I think an effort grunt when you're fit looks cool, but if you're fat, it looks like you're dying.
Yeah.
Anyway, what did you get up to? Did you get up early and exercise today?
I got up early. I
didn't exercise.
I had a good sleep, but a short sleep because if you follow Breaking the Ips, you know there was an announcement yesterday. And when there's an announcement for a new major, i.e. King of the Castle, I just get up in the morning and get excited. And the next day, and I start putting playlists together, start imagining. I even had a fucking dream, but somehow, I don't know how I'm going to do it. In my dream, someone told me to somehow include Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 into it. I'm not saying the actual physical game, but maybe there's hidden videotapes or something. I don't know. But that's what I'm like after the day of an announcement of a major. So
you're frothing.
Yeah, I'm frothing.
And great feedback.
Yeah.
Worth a reminder, punters and dribblers, that will be on the 15th of September, Shortland Waters, Newcastle. Tickets on sale next Monday, 28th of August, between the hours of 5 and 6, breakingtheyips.com. We're not going to give you the specific time. Sebo likes to fuck with you a little bit.
Between 5 and 6.
Between 5 and 6,
Why?
But you got to be keen.
Because it's only the teams that are keen where you've got all four members at that time refreshing. You can't just walk into a major.
No.
No, you can't.
Yep.
No, you can't just walk into a major. Unless
you know people.
Yeah.
Now,
some people know people.
Some people know people, but a lot of people don't know people. So you're going to be there between 5 and 6 Monday, next Monday. But there's obviously a lot. You get the day, you get the experience, you get the joy, the pain, the pleasure, the partying. But you also get, not this specific hat that I'm holding, but you get a bespoke hat at every major, right? One that will never be released again. This was from the recent Marrickville one. It did used to be white.
Sebo likes it though.
Antique white.
Yeah. It was an off-white.
Creamy white.
Antique white.
Now it's sort of, a little more off-white.
Yeah.
But we've got a specific special one made for King of the Castle. And
that's also very nice.
It is. It's fucking cool. We saw photos of them yesterday.
Yeah, it's fucking hot shit.
Very horny stuff. But tickets on sale Monday between 5 and 6. Make smart decisions.
Correct.
Should we get to some accountability yet?
Let's get to accountability, Tom. World famous accountability.
Yeah, world famous accountability.
Just best in class over here. Now I'm gonna get it started. People would have recognised that follow the show, that follow me, that are big supporters of Edward Simpson, everything he does.
Yeah.
Would have realised that he hit another unit scooper. Now, unfortunately for me,
slips.
The gods had it in for me. Now,
What do you mean?
I was at Barbie. Shout out to Ryan Gosling. Shout out to Margot Robbie. Terrific movie. Phone starts fucking buzzing. I don't want to look. I don't want to be that guy. Get out. I've hit a unit scooper. Where the fuck's the slips? I go into Ned's and I put the wrong bet on.
So what was your list for those that...
Basically, I'd subbed out the Knights, who I had picked in my Ozaki and had 13 plus.
Not your Ozaki.
No. In my Ozaki, I had them officially. Not Ozaki.
Thank
in
you.
my
bet.
My unit scooper, I had the Knights in there. Then I took them out for the Rabbitohs for some reason. and I didn't fucking know why. And then I started thinking about the fact that I actually had in my bet Knights 13 plus. Then Rando, no offense, Rando, but you're going to get it, bruh, started bringing up some bullshit about a jersey curse after the fact, bruh. Do you know how many people messages going, Rando needs to check his stats?
Look.
They're complete horse shit. They actually play way better in the jersey. I read that. I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. 13 plus was money for jam. And because of you infested my brain, and my brain, when putting in the Yazaki after the show, thought I had Rabbitohs when I had Knights. So I've shit down the fucking drain another 16 units. You put them together, I'm up 32 units on the rest of these fucking plebs.
Yeah.
Nightmare stuff.
Yeah. Nightmare stuff. So just to confirm, your unit scooper did not get up.
Well, it didn't get up. No, because I didn't put the fucking bet on.
No, the bet you put on didn't get up.
Yes,
Okay.
which means that in so facto, I mean,
Your
listen,
unit scooper didn't
I
get
could
up.
come here and try to plead my case that I put the bet on and that my mind was infested by Rando,
Well,
and that
did
I
you
should
get the money? Did the money
and that
come
I
in
should
or
be
what?
getting a reprieve.
Reprieve.
That was pretty much Narbra the other day.
Yep.
I've come here, I've done the sheet on the basis that I wasn't awarded the units, punters and dribblers. We go again this week. I am still winning.
You just want to get that out of the way early?
I think it was like, that's fucking top of mind, right?
No,
That's
I think it was
sort of-
good to...
I think that's sort of where we're at.
Because Tobler did put in the group, wow, Eddie, unit scooper. And I'd been going okay this week, and I was like, fuck. Eddie's going to hit a unit scooper, and that's pissing me off.
So
I then
that's
said,
the only
slips or it didn't happen. And obviously, Edward, then I can't tell you the glee that came across my body.
So the only two unit scoopers this year, both hit by me.
Well,
one I didn't put on, and one I fucked up because Rando infested my
you haven't
mind.
hit a single fucking thing.
Fucking ridiculous.
Let's get into it, eh?
Let's get into it. Sharks 32 defeat the Cowboys 12. I was a felt away, and sometimes when you're a felt away, you got to double down on felt the week after. So we'll get to that. But Sharks plus 5.5 for Tommy.
Easiest bet you've ever had.
That was a fucking layup.
Easy.
That was a layup.
Easy.
For those of us tapped in, absolute layup.
Or me.
Well, but I mean, we all knew it.
Well, no, because no one else put it on.
Well,
Except for the Lippy.
I had Sharks. I had Sharks
Well,
in
you
my
didn't
bet.
have them plus 5.5.
Well, I had them to win, which is even more
Well,
aggressive.
did you? You just have felt
In my
more
unit
intelligent.
scuba.
Oh, well, that didn't get up, so we don't need to talk about that.
Warriors 29 defeat Seagulls 22. Manly plus 13.5.
Now, that line, Manly's been good to me the last few weeks on lines. That's the easiest fucking line you've ever seen in your life. We should have won that game, let alone plus 13.5.
Well, we should have won that game. You're right. Garrick and AFB for me, nothing.
Garrick, I mean, pretty much scored at
Pretty
one
much
point.
scored.
Yeah.
And also was taken out, in my opinion, illegally. I know that by the letter of the law it's not, but if the ball bounces that fucking high and you go up for it, he's the same height as a catch anyway. So
You've been going hard at AFB for a while and with very little yield.
Only
I feel.
twice.
I
Only
feel like
twice.
you've been on him way more than twice.
I've been on him
Check
twice.
the tapes.
Check the tapes. I'm not going to trust your memory. Sebo, DWZ, no. Garrick was minus 15.5 for the Lippy, DWZ. Oh, hang on, that's wrong, that alt line. So yeah, DWZ, who scores every week, but he's paying like $1.10, so, you know. Go with him at your own peril. Roosters 34 defeat the Eels 12. If you didn't pound this line into the core of the fucking earth, then you don't get rugby league football. That was begging to be pounded.
Yep.
That was legs wide open sort of stuff.
Yeah, that was Pound Town.
That was pound, town, bukkake sort of stuff. Minus 4.5. What a joke.
yeah.
Yeah.
What a joke line.
I thought you might be in trouble when the Eels scored first, but then straight
Nah.
away.
Well,
straight
you gotta
away,
play
it's
80 minutes of footy though, don't you, Sebo?
And you're like, nah, they're done.
When they did score first, listen, you'd be crazy to pretend like everyone who was pounding that line wasn't like, oh, wait a minute, what the fuck? And then it became very apparent that pounding that line, the only mistake we made, punters and dribbles, was not pounding it just that little bit harder.
Although we
Responsibly.
did give it a good
No,
thrashing.
we gave it a good go. We gave it a good talking to.
You're dead
We
right.
sat that line down and gave it a serious talking.
I tell you what, we spanked that line.
Yeah, we did.
You know what I mean? That was naughty. That was naughty fucking boy or girl
Yeah.
sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Tupou, Sevo, incorrect for Sebo. Manu Sevo was red for the Lippy.
Do you know
Roosters.
what's great about Sebo fucking dying in the arse on that one is that bet would have come off for Sebo like 1,000 times when he was in his purple patch, where it's like
When he was
and
in
we,
his
and-
prime.
and we were just like, and we'd be going, Sebo just is making these smart pissy $4 bets, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
he's so out of fucking touch right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. He doesn't
that
get
a
it.
set that a Tupou Sevo just does not happen.
I've outlived my welcome to the season. You know how like old people like they don't change with the times and values.
yeah,
you
you've
know
got
what I
old
mean?
world like sensibilities. You say
Yeah.
some like rogue shit
Yeah.
at parties, and
exactly.
family lunches.
I've outlived the season, or
Yeah,
the season's outlived, whatever it is. Yeah, one of them, and two Passero bangs, in round 8, which was about 10 years ago. So, that's me now.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know if he's doing this intentionally.
To try and change it.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I get a little bit of that,
Reeks
and
a
it's
little
good to
bit of
call it out, but, like, he
It's
has
good to
been
acknowledge
fucked
it.
for, like, a few weeks now.
Yeah.
Like, it's been pretty... He hasn't... And he's still... For whatever reason, he still hasn't gone to the Mystics. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, very confusing. Would like to see you go to the Mystics, Sebo. If listen, you might not be fucked too, which would be disappointing. But
Well,
I think you should.
Yeah.
Contact first.
I mean, it's too late. I don't want to waste a Mystic session.
Oh, you don't want to
Waste it. You're fucking half dead.
But
But you're
Mystic
also
session
you're
isn't a
also you're
fucking-
only you're only
still in it.
seven you're only 7 units back.
Yeah, but I mean, in terms of the season, where it's like a Mystic session doesn't just, it's not like a magic pill where you're just like, oh, I went a thing and now I'm sorted. It's like the good juju starts coming back, you build it up over
Yeah,
time.
but you've got final series and shit. You could turn it around.
There's plenty
Last
of
time I went to the Mystics, it took more than like a year to come in full effect. So first season, completely last, couldn't get a fucking bet to save my life. Went to the Mystics, stayed about the same. What happens next year? Get an Ozaki 8. I get Scotty Scheffler from, world number 40 to number 1, follow him on all his bets there. Like I come up, 319 units, positive. That's a lot. It's like, losing weight or something. It doesn't happen overnight. It's just lifestyle changes, really.
Incremental changes build up to a massive change over time.
Yeah.
Okay. Noted. Would have liked to see you in the forest though with your clothes off. Now Tigers 24 defeat Dolphins 23. No one hits. Boring. Panthers 40 defeat Titans 14. I
got to blame Rando here. Rando's fucked me again.
We're really struggling on these fucking Panthers humping bets.
Yeah.
Rando
If Panthers score 40, 50 plus, no one hits. It's fucking annoying.
Rando,
It's Rando, though,
fucked
really.
me, dude. I had Panthers.
hang on.
I had Panthers minus 22.5. No, the Titans haven't fucking conceded this many points. You fucking
Damn, it was
idiot.
looking good at 22-14
Yeah,
with
but
20
it
to
was
go.
looking good until it wasn't, Rando. And if I was not listening to you, which I really shouldn't
I'm not
be
in
doing,
charge of Jaden Campbell's knee, mate.
Some might argue you are, and you are a Gold Coast guy. You fucked me. You fucked me.
You fucked him.
Apologies.
That's all right.
That's okay.
Did say plus 30 in the broadcast, but you wanted to take the line. But anyway,
I beg your pardon?
I said plus 30 in the potty, but you said that's too much.
Well,
$1.60,
yeah,
can't
it
take
was
that.
fucking like $1.02 or something. I don't know.
No, dollars was it
Yeah,
dollars?
it wasn't $1.02. It was $1.60.
$1.60.
Yeah, I
Dollar
probably
six.
could have taken it. Look,
He did. In fairness to you, you did say that.
You did say that, but I don't
But
know.
no one takes $1.60.
No one takes it.
Well,
Fine,
listen,
dude. That's
it's weak. Storm 38 defeat Dragons 28. Munster, I think he touched the ball twice. No tries. Meany, nothing. Storm minus 15.5. Nah. Storm
Bad
13
beat for
plus.
me.
Nah. Money.
Bad beat
Nah.
for me.
Coates.
The Storm do not lose.
Coates and Hughes, that was it.
Fucking minus 15.5. The Storm fucked the Dragons 9 times out of 10.
Knights 29 defeat Rabbitohs 10. Fuck, I wish I was going, how good am I with Knights 13 plus at $4. But I let someone infest my brain.
Yep.
And now
Randos, whatever that disease is in fucking...
you're the last of us.
Yeah.
You're the mushroom, mate. You've infected me, and now I'm
Now we got to shoot you.
yeah. Now I'm like a rabid dog trying to run around biting people. Thanks. Shoot me. Put me down. All because of Rando. Sorry, mate. That's true. I had Bunnies 1 to 12 because of Rando and Trell because of Rando. Tom had Bunnies minus 2.5 because of Rando.
Did say that Trell had never scored against
Trell
the
2 plus
Knights
because of
in a South jersey,
Rando.
but-
Even the Lippy South minus 2.5 because of Rando and AJ 2 plus because of Rando.
Yeah, that's a Rando bet.
It's a Rando bet.
Game.
Haven't
Raiders
accepted the Lippy.
36 defeat the Bulldogs 24. Milk minus 9.5 for Seb and Tom. We're going to have to see some bet slips, though, boys, just because of the fucking...
Yeah. Do you want to see all of my bet slips? Did I triple
Yeah,
stake? Did
everyone
I
get your
triple
slips
stake
out.
Rando?
Get your slips out.
I don't think I triple staked.
You didn't.
No, you just have it in there. That's how fucking honest I
Get
am.
your Roosters bet out as well, Eddie. Triple staked.
Yep.
Here we go. Let's get them up.
Get 'em
Let's
up.
Everyone get 'em
up. Slips out.
Get your slips up. It's an important time of the year.
It's like going to high school and saying you've done your homework.
Yeah, it is.
You'll notice that mine's a little more than tripled. So,
Yeah. Not asking for any special treatment here. Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. all right.
Yours was not
No,
tripled.
no, here
in
you go.
the,
Raiders. Does anyone want to see this? Look, Raiders v. the Dogs win. I actually, to be honest, I hit the Roosters and Paraline twice. So
Where's
maybe
your
there.
Where's your
Sharks. Manly there.
what about your
Sharkies.
No, we need your Raiders.
Yeah, no, it's at the top.
Okay. Sebo?
Yep, and I don't have mine.
Yes! Yes! Oh, that's good gear. That's good stuff.
Liar!
Yep. I didn't lie.
Liar!
I didn't lie once.
Oh, you did. You lied.
right.
You
You
said you had
You
it.
said you've got to see his slip, Sam. I said, yep. I didn't say what slip I could show you. I knew it'd come to crunch time, but, you just got to paddle.
I said to Burmo once my fucking unit super got taken back. I go, you better bet your fucking the last dollar you got. I'll be asking Sebo for his.
So how does that?
It's not good for Sebo.
How does that
not good.
change the?
I'll be about 15 units behind.
leaderboard?
Oh, it's not good for Sebo.
Where does that
Sebo's in big trouble. Ooh, minus 57.76.
Hold on a second.
Oh, does that mean Tom's
Does that mean
beating
I'm
me?
ahead of him?
It may well do. This could be one of the great shake-ups. Yeah, he is. Sebo slips. Sebo slips.
Yes!
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Sebo. Holy shit, punters and dribblers. This is huge.
I've slipped. I've fallen. There's no way off this mountain.
You suck.
Yeah, look, it's been a tough fall.
Wow.
It's been painful.
That's one of the great falls all time.
That's so good, dude. God damn, that's giving me a pep in my step. I'm coming for the fucking title right now.
Okay, weekly leaderboard. Tom, 5 from 10. Great week
Yep.
at the markets.
Yep.
Sold a lot of antiquities. 4.49 units. I was second, 1 out of 10, 0.93.
That's comfortably my best week.
Lippy, 0 from 9, minus 5.92. And after the adjustments had been made, Sebo, 1 from 10, minus 15.16.
Yep, I've slipped.
Oh, the overall
God,
leaderboard.
dude.
Holy shit,
I
this
crashed.
is biblical.
I should have been like a rock star and died in a plane crash.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Halfway through the season.
Yeah, we were saying
People
that the other
remember
day.
me as that guy.
Like,
If
you have
Tupac,
had-
if Tupac didn't die, he would end up becoming like a 60-year-old who's like, embarrassing
Yeah.
his children.
Your second half of the season has been fucking abhorrent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been
All-time
been the
worst.
worst ever, and I accept that. And yeah, as I said, off-season rebrand. There's still a bit to play. Maybe I can sneak back in, but look, I'm owning it. I'm a shit puncher the second half of the season. I'm terrible.
No, it was just,
First half should have just cashed out then.
which you can't
Quit the
do,
show.
so, yeah.
Gone overseas, but really just hiding down the road in the bowling alley or something. But fuck it, whatever.
That's good stuff.
That
That's
is-
what the fuck. That's what dreams are made of.
That is. So I'm first, minus 35.5. Should be in the green. That's just technicality.
Well,
That's
no,
okay.
it's only 26 units, so it'd still be
Minus 54.3. Well, I'm just saying both of them.
with both of them. It'd still be in
Tom, minus 54.34. Sebo, now third, minus 57.76. And starting to get the Lippy a run for his money, who's now minus 91.81.
The Lippies have $81.
The Lippy, literally, this could be the Lippy's last week. 81.92. Dollars left in the fund. It's down to Nilso.
Yeah, it is.
The Nova Castrian.
Nilso the Novocastrian, the dribbler this week, felt that it tied in well with obviously the announcement of our next Hacker Major. Nilso will be there. It's down to Nilso to try and change excuse me as I burp, the stars.
If they run out of money, that's it.
That's it. They're
We put a
done.
line through them, you're out for the season.
Yeah.
It has to be either he wins the week or they run out of money. Because if they run out of money, we can just cut the ties. Nice ending for Newcastle. Try build the city back up later, when we go to the Hacker Major. Or he gets out positive, but I just don't want him to have like $2 left. And then some other loser Lippy just has to spend that $2. You know what I mean? Like, go down in a...
But you know what? It would also kind of be
No, I think we play it or how
No,
it
you gotta
is.
play-
So,
yeah.
the next Lippy has $2.
Yeah, and that's...
So you got to hit a unit scuba, essentially.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's not even a unit scuba.
You just need to hit a try score.
You got to
mate.
put
Just
$2
slide it.
on something
Yeah,
to try
$2,
to win.
yeah.
Yeah.
All
Still happening here, punters and dribblers. That's accountability.
That's accountability. Let's get into some bets. Now, as we said, Nilso the Novocastrian is our lippy dribbler this week. Welcome, Nilso. Nice to have you with us, brah. The first game, we have got Panthers v the Eels out at Panthers home ground. $1.08 are the Panthers and $7.75 the Eels. 19.5 rugby league points is the line, over under 43.5 points. Rando with some stats that, listen, might fuck us this week. I might ignore him. What do you got for us?
Obviously, the Panthers have a great run at home. They haven't lost since round 1 against the Broncos. They also haven't lost to a bottom 8 team at home since 2019. But we all know that they are going to win, and I think that they can cover that minus 19.5 line. The Eels have conceded 46-plus points in each of their last 3 games against top 4 opposition, and Penrith have won by 20-plus in each of their games with Cleary and Luai since Cleary returned from injury against the Dogs. For try scorers, the Eels have been conceding tries to fullbacks of late. They are the second top try scoring position against Para and have scored 3 tries in the last 2 games. Dill Edwards has also scored in his last 2 games against the Eels at home and 6 tries in his last 7 games at home as well.
Thank you, Rando. Now, a quick little note to the punter and the dribbler. This game, we're doing a live stream for the About Even crew. So there's going to be an extra. We're all going to pick a first try scorer here. We may, break open the piggy banks and have some side bets going on. But that will be Thursday, 8 p.m. Hello Sport YouTube channel, About Even stream. So we'll see you there. Me, Eddie, Seb, Rando, Dave and Tobler behind the scenes.
Yeah, I like the idea of side bets on the night. Throw a bit of cash around.
Yeah, responsibly.
Yep.
But side bets. It's a gambling night.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, I'm going to throw it over to you, Sebo, first for this one because you are coming dead last. And I just think that it's worth giving you something.
So there is 2 ways to go about this in my season. Basically, it's just do the Old Testament tactic and just do like $50 50 to 1 bets and just like hope someone else falls, or it's just go out swinging. And much like the Spartans in Thermopylae, I am going out fucking swinging. So I just had Critter and Peach at 417, but now that I'm fucked, I'm triple staking it. So I am going out swinging on Thursday night. That is the start of swinging season for me.
I like swinging season. You got to change something, mate.
You do.
417 swinging season.
Okay.
Like it.
All right, Edward.
I like Edwards in this game. I like the fact that he won the Clive Church last year against the Eels. I think that they may spark him to just fucking go out there and rip and tear once more. The Eels suck, by the way. I don't know if you've noticed, punters and dribblers, but awful. One of the worst sides in the comp. And I expect them to get pounded accordingly. Edwards scores. Critter, because he seems to pop up every week. I trust him. I find him hard to get him over the line in a Panthers bet. I find Panthers bets hard to fucking hit, to be completely honest
They
with
always
you.
have been for years.
Really, really hard. So I've just gone a couple of try scorers, bit of juice, 495. Those 2, I think's okay. That's where I'm going.
I'm walking the line again, punters and dribblers. It was a good fucking week for me, and I just think whilst we're getting down to the business time end, I think that there's just some opportunities for me to consolidate my position. Let's see Sebo drop back behind us all, and I just keep marching on to what could be, all you need to do is be leading for 1 week, and I got my eye on the belt now. I was going to triple stake Panthers minus 19.5, and then I went, you know what? It's such a guaranteed win. Let's just not fuck yourself. So I'm just going Panthers minus 19.5. Sorry, just Panthers. Panthers minus 9.5. Not triple staked. Yep. Forgive me. I'm not trying to triple stake anything. I'm not trying to get out of control here. Panthers minus 19.5.
Lippy, Nilso the Novocastrian, a famous dribbler who I don't think can punt, so this will be interesting. Crichton and Hosking, which I don't hate off the bat.
Don't hate it off the bat from Nilso.
I did see him months ago talk about Newcastle top 8 bet or something. I saw on like the What's New in the Castle or whatever, and it was like $20 or something, and I was like, yeah, as if, and they've won 7 in a row. So I will shout him out for that.
No, you got to.
I will shout him out for that.
Maybe
Nilso's
show a little
podcast, What's New in the Castle. Check it out. Check him out on Instagram. He's a big Knights dribbler. Now we go.
Do you have any stats, Rando, around first try scorers?
I do. For the first try scorers market for the stream, which I had, both sides are first and second for scoring first in matches. The Eels have scored first in 65% of their games, Penrith 63% of their games, so there could be some value for Para. But I do think Penrith do cross first, and there is only one Panther who has scored the most, and that is Critter. He's crossed 4 times first, and the right centre has scored the most first tries against Para this season. So Critter at $9 is probably the best one.
Okay. Listen, I do like that. But you know what my thing is this week?
Fuck Rando.
Thank you. The words are out of my mouth. So I'm just going To'o, 640.
Sure.
Again, it's like, would you be shocked if it happened? No.
God, I hope Critter dummies and scores.
Yeah,
That's a side bet, mate. That's a side bet.
Yeah.
I'm going right side attack, and hopefully Cleary just skips to the outside and just gives Hosking a little crush ball. That's what I'm hoping happens. Born in Manly. Does it mean anything from a punting perspective? Probably not, but it's good juju for me. Jack Hosking, $19 dues.
Not bad.
Not bad.
It doesn't come off. Sebastian.
I'm going big odds here. Not just for the first try scorer, because again, I need to hit something, and I'm going up the middle, Isaiah.
Up the guts.
Yeah, up the guts.
and
26. Yeah, up the gut. Like I think Streety got him. Did he on a live
No,
stream?
he did, but he didn't have money on him, and then it was taken off.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well, I'm just hoping.
Yeah.
I thought that came off, so that's kind of
this is
busting
tough
right
for
now.
nothing.
Yeah.
But look, I'm just taking a risk here. You know, I'm just taking a risk.
Yep. Good for
Kid's
you,
got to
mate.
take risks. Simple as that.
Kids have got to take risks.
Kid's got to take risks and put his bets on, but also
Yes.
take risks.
Yep.
Neil So does not
Neil
have
So
one because
doesn't
he's
have a
not
bet.
part of the stream.
Sure.
Now, our next game, Warriors v. the Dragons at, is it still called Daniel Anderson Stadium? I hope so.
No, it's
It
back
is.
to Go
So it's
Media.
Back to Go Media.
Oh, really? Because in the app, it's called Daniel Anderson
for
Stadium.
fuck. Well, there you go.
Whatever. Go Media,
Well,
Daniel
listen,
Anderson.
I just want to be correct.
No,
I thought it was
exactly
just
right.
because it was a unite for Daniel
Yeah, it
last
was a
round.
round,
But if it is
yeah.
Daniel Anderson, then play on.
Anyway, the Warriors favourites, obviously, $1.12. The Dragons, $6.25. I actually think, punters and dribblers, and I'm not doing this, but $6.25. Again, I'm up the Wars. Like, I'm all team up the Wars, and there's no reason to bet on the Dragons, but I'm still in the frame of mind of, like, not trusting the Warriors. And it's just the way it is, right? Like, I can't help that.
I can trust him to win.
I can trust them to
You
win, but
can't-
$6.25, you can also
can't-
trust them.
you
When the
can't
Dragons
trust-
almost
yeah.
fucking beat the Storm.
I think you're off your fucking
Well, it's all right. I'm not doing it. The line's 17.5. Over under 48.5.
Warriors last home game.
Rando.
The Dragons,
foreseeable.
they haven't won at Go Media or Daniel Anderson Stadium since 2011, but they have covered the line in their last 6 games. And the Warriors, since coming off the bye, they've only won by 10 points. That's their biggest win margin. And both of those 3 games, all of those 3 games, were against bottom 8 teams.
Warriors not coming off the bye.
No, I'm saying that since they've come off the bye,
sorry, gotcha.
they have only won by 10 points. That's their biggest
Gotcha,
win margin,
gotcha,
and
gotcha.
all their games against bottom 8 teams.
fuck you.
So I don't mind taking the Dragons to line. For try scorers, we saw how catastrophic the Dragons' left side and left edge was. Warbrick, Katoa, Hughes all combined for 6 tries. The Warriors' right side is their most dominant, so you know they're going to come down that edge. Obviously, DWZ at $1.35 is a gimme. 21 tries in 6 games, scored 4 last time against the Dragons. But Murata Niokore, right second rower, he's looking real good here because the right second rower scored 9 tries in the last 9 games against the Dragons. Niokore has scored in each of his last 2 games at home, and he's paying $4.25, which is ridiculous value.
There you go. Okay. I'm just going to get this one out of the way. Dragons plus 17.5. They went real close against the fucking Storm. They're not, as much as they're like a shit side, they're not a shit side. And so I feel like they can keep it close. So yeah, Dragons $17.5.
What's the weather doing?
It's dry, all dry.
All games dry?
All games dry except for Sunday. 10 to 20 millimetres expected, so a bit wet for Sunday games.
Interesting. Well, that's actually, we'll get to that later. I am just going to go punters and dribblers, DWZ. He will score a try. That is a fact of life. Will he score 2? I fucking hope so. It's $2.50. It's short. I didn't want to do anything else. I'm like, fuck it, Edward. Go with what you know. And you know he scores tries. He scores fuckloads of them. He's looking and very likely to be top try scorer this season. I just think it makes sense. Just get one early, brah, and then you got 70-odd minutes to get another one.
And finals.
I am with.
I'm saying this game.
Oh, my apologies.
With Tom here, like the Warriors, when they had a start, if Warriors plus something, you can trust them to cover that. But when you have to take points off the Warriors, especially pretty much 20 points, and then the Dragons are the team that just always fucking bring everyone down to, what's that saying? Like, don't argue with an idiot because they will, they'll reduce you to the level and beat you on experience. That's like the Dragons, right? They bring you down to this boring footy. You can't play electric footy. So 17.5 points, I think's a lot. So I'm going Dragons plus 17.5. I think the Warriors will win, sure. And then Pompey. He banged in terms of the leg for me the other day, not the bet. So I'm gonna double down on him, 681.
Okay. Lippy, Dragons plus 7.5. Tyrell Sloan, Nickel Klukstad, 14.09.
Don't hate that bet from Nilso. It's an all right start from the Novocastrian.
Not bad. But I tell you what, a lot better than what we've seen.
Yeah, it is.
But I've said this before about Lippy bets, and then when I do the fucking run sheet, it's all red again.
Yeah. They really do. Like, it is insane to have this many people have a crack and be this shit.
Mate, like, literally, like, fucking, let's just go back really quickly.
This many.
What's their leg percentage?
They have got, listen to this. They've got 15 out of 233 bets right. That is fucked up.
It's almost harder to do.
6.44%.
That's insane.
That is insane. That's almost impossible to do.
That's
so
tough.
shout out to the Lippy.
Yeah, good on you. Really good stuff from you guys. Now we move on to the Fish v the Cows, Suncorp Stadium. Now the Fish are 3.30, the Cows $1.33. The line is 8.5 points. Over under 48.5 points. Rando.
Well, it's just plain and simple. We need to win this game, and we really need to win it well. They are in luck, the Cowboys. They have won 3 of their last 4 games at Suncorp. The Phins, on the other hand, they have lost 9 of their last 10 games. But it hasn't all been too bad for the Phins. They've been strong against Queensland opposition, with each game being decided by 1 to 12 points. The Phins have also covered in 6 of their last 7 games as the underdog. So could be interesting here. Cowboys minus 8.5 line. Might take it down a bit. I know you don't want to do that, Tommy, but maybe minus 4.5 around that $1.50, $1.60 mark. For try scorers, though, the Cowboys have had a lot of luck down their right edge, with the right winger scoring 18 tries this season, whilst the Dolphins' left edge hasn't been so good, conceding 20 tries to right wingers. Felty has scored in 5 of his 6 games at right wing. Valame out this weekend, so Felt will resume back at right wing, Taulagi to left. He also scored a double against the Phins last time they met, so I think Carl Felt's the best.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say though, Rando, you're trying to convince us to get $1.60 or punters $1.60 bets. It's like trying to convince someone on an airplane to buy like a souvenir of the place they're going, or the place they left. Pay $400 for this teddy bear that has like a Greek flag on it.
Yeah.
That's a $1.60 bet.
That is a dollar. Yeah,
Like,
you're not
getting any value.
I can't for the life of me see how the Dolphins fucking cover that line. Like, surely the Cowboys, with their season on the line, Dolphins are playing for nothing.
I know.
How can the Cowboys not go there and have a crack?
They've got some players coming back, though, the Fish. They've also got...
Hammer's back.
Hammer's back. Kenny Bromwich is back. Like, there's a few people back. They fucking went... I mean, it was the Tigers, but, like, they did lose to the Tigers, but it was by 1 point. The Cows have got Nanai out and maybe someone else that I can't remember. But still, like, you look at the side, you're like, come on, Cows, for fuck's sake.
I mean, you look
How
at the...
much do they need to win by to like get in contention?
Well, they just need to win their next 2. I don't think they'll beat the Rabbitohs on points difference. They need to win by like 60, and they need to beat Penrith.
So it's not a points difference thing.
It's not a points difference thing. It's just the need to win, because you think that, well, if the Rabbitohs win, it's all over for them. So that's kind of their equation. We're up on the Roosters, though. So we've got the Roosters covered, the Roosters for this season, because of their poor attacking record. But when you look at the Phins and the teams they've covered the line against, it's the Broncos, it's the Panthers, it's Newcastle, where they were all 1 to 12 matches. So they do compete, to be fair.
They do. It actually is. It's a tough one.
It's a scary line. It's a scary line. I'm thinking long and hard about that line for reasons that
this is where
become clearer later in the show.
This is where you buy the souvenir on the airplane that I'm trying to sell to you.
I know, but listen, this is what you do. You fucking weasel in and you start fucking with me.
No, these teddies are really good. You
try and cut the mushrooms off early.
You think you'll get a boomerang anywhere else? No way.
You just need to be bitten once and then you're fucked.
And then you're fucked. Then it's all over. Unless I'm like that chick who, she was immune. But
at this page, there's nothing to suggest that any of us are immune from
listen, do I reek of immunity? No, I don't. Not an immune cell in my body. I've gone Kyle Felt.
Yeah.
Kyle last week, I was all over.
Plus.
Well, listen, Kyle last week I was on and he didn't score. And I was on him fucking in my same game. I was on him in the 10 into 10,000. And sometimes, as we've learnt, gentlemen, we can be a week or two away. Like you had Brick for the hat trick the other week. He salutes on the weekend. Like sometimes we're tapped in. Know that. We fucking a lot of people talk shit about us, but as we've shown as to our pounding of the lippy, we get it. Sometimes we're just a week or two out. I think
we are also all in the red, but we are tapped.
we're double. I'm fucking triple the lippy. I'm 200% better than the lippy. So
200% better than the general punting
public.
Yeah.
Correct. Kyle Felt, I think. Listen, he went walkabout last week. He was missing. But this week, Kyle goes up, stands up, because the club needs him now. And Kyle's a dependable. He's going to score 2, set the tone, set the standard. $4.40.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm worried about Kyle, but I'm going him because last week you mentioned like he's a mechanic, right? Like, got that vibe about him, hard worker. And then then after that, I watched that show on Netflix, Painkiller, about the mechanic who looks like a Kyle.
Yeah.
He looks like a Kyle.
Yeah.
And then he get addicted to Oxycontin. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
Painkiller was gnarly, huh?
I haven't watched that yet. I saw
Dude,
it.
those suckler fuckers are nasty bits of work.
Oh, yeah.
The fact they're not in prison is outrageous.
But unshocking.
He's heroin in a pill.
Well, actually more addictive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm worried that, like, maybe Kyle, like, Felty himself is like Oxycontin to me, but I just want to check it out. I want to suss it out. And then him and Azarko, 348. Azarko bangs every fucking week. Kyle, if you don't do it this week, maybe I don't want to go down this oxy path. You know what I mean? Get me off it before it, like, seeps into my immune system. You know what I mean? So 348. Very cautious here. Very cautious, because it's like, oh, I just had one. Like, that's great. I have a second one, even though I'm not so much pain. You have a third one, you're fucked.
No.
So this is the second. This would be the second.
This will be the second.
Yeah.
For you too, Edward.
Yeah. Oh, well, mate, I'm very aware. I'll be crushing them up soon. Shouldn't laugh.
What's Nilso doing?
Zarko, drink water, Tuolangi, over 48.5, $10.08. He's expecting a humping here, Nilso.
Again, man, I don't mind that, because you're basically saying Azarko very likely drinking into Tuolangi if the cows just fuck them up. 48.5. I don't hate Nilso's bets. I mean, for $10, it's not blow your dick off either.
It's
but
not
for 3
bad.
try scorers in the but like it's not bad betting.
But I feel the last, like, cows humping was like the Tigers one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're not in real humping mode.
They were humping a while ago, but
They've, I think, second lowest score point scored in the last 5 rounds at any club.
There you go. Next game, Storm v Titans, Amy Park. $1.10 is the Storm, $7 for the Titans. The line 18.5. I thought it was 18.5. And then the over-under is 49.5 rugby league points. Rando.
The Storm, they have been strong at home, winning their last 7 games at Amy Park, their last 3 by 18-plus points, and they haven't conceded a try at the venue in their last 147 minutes of footy. In their last 6 winning day games at home, they have won 5 of those games by 30-plus points, so I don't mind the Storm to cover that minus 18.5 line. For try scorers, you got to go Munster here. He loves playing against the Titans, scoring 11 tries in 11 games. He's scored in each of his last 3 games against them and has only failed to score in Melbourne against the Titans once. The Titans, they're conceding 25% of tries in his attacking channel. So Munster at 250, I think, is great value.
Yep. I'm going to take it and triple it. Thanks, Rando. I'm swinging in all. Like, I'll pay out Rando on the $1.60, but he gives me a bit of, information like that. I'll take it and triple it. Go out swinging. Trust people around you. You know what I mean? That's
trust people around you. Is that you trust in the mushroom, dude?
I'm trusting.
Sounds like he's been bitten by the mushroom.
I mean, I remember when I was like 11 when the movie The Faculty came out, and it's about those aliens that like creep.
Yeah, good movie.
Ears, like Josh Hartnett at the top of his career.
Yeah,
and I was like, I'm terrified of them. I would almost just go like, just take me now.
Because they're all hot as well. Wasn't like a hot teacher.
The hot teacher,
was giving it to everyone.
One of the great 90s like teen
scary movies
of all time. Faculty, check it out. So Rando's Faculty, I'm joining it. Put the thing in
So
my
is
ear.
Rando the hot person kissing you with the bugs like coming in from his mouth into you?
Hang on.
Yeah, pretty much. Faculty bet, triple stake Munster. Yep.
Beautiful. I'm worried about this one. I'm just going Storm minus 18.5, but I'm not confident. These lines are tough this week.
They are very, very tough this week. Tough
Titans
lines.
got fucked though, so I'm hoping they get fucked again. Hoping they're just giving up.
Tom and I are flying up to the Gold Coast tomorrow to interview arguably the greatest player of all time, Foz, Grandpa Foreign.
Yeah, Poppy for him.
Poppy Foreign, an absolute stud, an absolute gentleman, a scholar, a genius, a visionary, a premiership winner. I don't know if he's won a World Cup. Was he there when they won
He's
that?
won a world. Don't know.
World Cup pending.
No, he wasn't.
No.
He wasn't, but he should have. Foz, anytime, 775. Listen, we haven't done the interview yet, but if it goes the way I want it to in my mind, I just think that it's a beautiful gift from the gods. Foz.
Watch him fucking pull out for some reason today.
Yeah, well, if he pulls out, I'll change it. But for now, he's in. But for now, he's named. For now, he's named, Tom. 775 anytime. 775. It's good stuff.
Not bad.
Coates Grant for the Lippy. Coates and Grant 886. Can we get a check on that? That seems high, real high.
You don't think Harry's fucking putting that in?
Harry's 265.
There's no way that's 886. There's zero chance. Oh, it's Coates 2 or more. Okay.
There we go, Neil. So apologies, D or Dave.
Not doing his job.
Shockingly fucked up.
Coates 2 plus Grant 886. That makes more sense.
That does make more sense. We move on. We press on into the good night, as they say somewhere. Roosters Tigers Allianz Stadium, $1.16 for the Chooks, $5.25 for the Tigers. The line is 15.5 rugby league points. The over under 45.5 rugby league points. Rando.
The Roosters love playing the Tigers. It's simple as that. The Tigers haven't won at Allianz against the Roosters since 2009. The Roosters have won their last 6 head-to-head. They've won 16 of their last 17 games against the Tigers. Of those 17 games, only 3 of them have been decided by 1 to 12 points. So the Roosters 13 plus is definitely where you should be looking. They've turned their season around from the second worst attack in the league to having the 4th best attack in the last 5 rounds as well, the Roosters. So they are absolutely humming. Where in particular they are humming, that is their right edge, who have scored 2 tries in 4 of their last 5 games. Suoli'i has scored in all 4 of those games that they have scored in. So here's a safe choice at $1.60, and you've got to always take the right wing against the Tigers. They've scored 24 tries in 22 games. I also don't mind the left edge because Dan Tupou has a great record against the Tigers, scoring 18 tries in 14 games. So he scored in 11 of his 13 games against the Tigers too. Now, I do go back almost a year to the day when the Roosters absolutely romped these guys and we all went Suoli'i for a try and he didn't come off, so maybe Daniel Tupou could be a safer option there unless you don't suffer from PTSD.
Can I ask you a question, Rando?
Yeah.
How many games have the Tigers lost 13 plus in the last 5-10 weeks?
5-10 weeks they have lost.
They seem to make teams go. They seem to go close with fucking everyone.
One of the last 5 games has been 13 plus
Only
loss.
one?
Yep, and then when you go beyond that, the next 5 games after those 5 games were all 13 plus losses.
I'm switching to fucking Tigers plus 15.5. It's just a vibe I've got. Appy at halfback. Appy at halfback's
vibe.
playing well.
Manu at fullback.
He's at 9 again.
Walker's
Tedesco
back.
out. Walker's back, but does that help us? That's a
don't know.
change to
No,
the
that's what I'm
attack.
saying. That's
yeah.
what I'm saying.
They got Will Smith at 7 this week.
Who?
The Tigers.
Etch. Didn't know
Will
that.
Smith, is he still playing?
And also to note, of those 5 games where they haven't lost by 13 plus, Luke Brooks was playing outside of that Tigers game.
I'm going with
that
my gut
Dolphins
here.
game.
I'm going with my gut. Tigers plus 15.5. The Roosters, again, much like the Dragons, they bring them down. I'm prepared to lose this one to try and chase a good call. You know what I mean? If the Roosters fucking hump them, then you're like, whatever. But the Tigers don't get humped as much as you think they do.
Listen, I'm going to disagree with you, Tom. I'm going to disagree with you strongly. I think that the Roosters have found this late season form that was prudentially predicted, but it was predicted ironically, that'll be fucking hilarious if the Roosters find this fucking late season form when it's too late potentially. I think that they go out there and hump the fucking balls off the Tigers. That's what I think happens. I think they do what they did to the Eels last week, but then some. I think the Tigers without Luke Bricks are going to fucking struggle. Who the fuck is Will Smith?
Well, that's rude.
You know, well, no offense.
He's been around a while.
He's been around, Will Smith.
Some good
Haven't
movies.
heard of you, bro.
Some good movies.
I'm tripling it. Roosters minus 15.5.
Yeah.
Very bullish.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm happy with my bet now. I think that there's some.
Like if the fish cows line was Scream, this line's I Know What You Did Last Summer. You know what I mean in terms of how scary it is. Like
Yeah.
it's not the number one, but it's
It's like a Scream 4 maybe, but like it's still a fucking Scream movie. I'm still jumping.
And I didn't know what to do in this game because the Roosters try scorers are too short, like the wings and stuff, like $1.60, $1.70. Had to stay away from that. Result wise, obviously I think the Roosters win, but line, no idea. But I was just going around in circles. And Eddie and Rue were on Wong the other day, and then Billy Smith. I've never used him in a multi. I thought, hey, time for some fresh blood, which is also a track by the band The Eels. Check it out. But I'm going Wong and Billy Smith, $8.12, fresh blood bet.
Fresh, is that come on, baby?
Yeah, great track.
I need fresh blood.
It's like real vampire.
Woo! Yeah, it is a track.
Yeah,
That's
it
a
might
track.
even be on a vampire show. I'm not sure, but it's
Probably.
a track. I'm going to listen to it on the drive
Probably on
home.
like True Blood or some shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair. What's the Roosters? What's our fucking Lippy doing there?
Our Lippy, our good friend, Mr. Nilso the Novocash. And Roosters minus 15.5. Brandon Smith and Sua Ali'i, $7.94. Don't know about the cheese part. But
It's tough.
Sure.
It's tough.
Sure.
It's tough. We move on.
Fair bit happened for $7.94.
Yep. Raiders Broncos GIO Stadium. They're down in Canberra. Raiders $3.50. The Broncos $1.30. 10.5 points is the line. Over under 45.5 points. Rando. Is it cold down there? What's going on?
It's cold. It's going to be a little bit wet, but less than a millimetre of rain predicted. The Broncos, they're looking for their first win in the nation's capital since 2017. They have also only beaten the Raiders once in their last 5 meetings. However, more recently, the Raiders have lost their last 4 games to top 8 opponents, and the Broncos are running hot, of course, winning 6 on the trot. So I'd be keeping it safe here and just going Bronx outright. For try scorers, keep an eye on Ezra Mam. He's scored in each of his last 3 games and also scored in 3 of his last 4 games when Adam Reynolds isn't playing. Whitehead and Fogarty are opposite him in defence, and they have collectively leaked 23 line breaks in 20 games playing together. So Ezra Mam, some juicy value there at $2.35.
Ezra does like to score a try. He's a footballer, that kid.
Ezra?
Yeah.
Oh, the kid can play
Kid
football.
can play
Well,
rugby
the kid can
league.
play football. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Kid can play rugby
Line on
league.
this game, punters and dribblers, easiest line of the week, I think.
Oh, I
Broncos
think-
minus
oh.
10.5.
I think it's so humpable. I just think that this is the Broncos' final tune-up before a big rest next week, and they'll just want to go, you know what, top 8 side, Raiders, get this big dog up, yeah. Like, you're not on our level, bro.
Raiders
I think,
also beat them earlier this year, and I think it's like they're going to want to go back and go
and
right or wrong.
especially down in Canberra, just like a big fuck you.
You
10
beat
and a half.
us at home, we can't beat you at home. 10.5's
But the Broncos can pile it on so quickly, so easily.
Yep.
I mean, they might be trucking along at 12 all until the 65th minute, and then they'll just put 5 tries on them. I love the Broncos minus 10.5 line. I think it's my favourite line of the week, and I've triple staked it.
Yep. Couple of triples. Sebo.
I'm taking the line as well, but I've got a bit of a multi around it. Look, taking the line, initially I was worried that Canberra beat the Broncos last time, and Canberra were they either had a few outs or they were playing like shit at the time. But then also the Broncos are humming and they'll want to make up for it. But then, look, when you're at the bottom of the fucking cellar, you gotta chase down obviously bets and stags, right? What a better time to wrangle a Stags than when I am starving Marvin right now. I need some meat. I need a fresh Stag, so I'm going to put him in. And Tomoko.
Starving Marvin.
Shout out to Starvin Marvin. I haven't thought about him for a while.
Yeah, neither. And Tomoko. So Tomoko Stags, Broncos, minus 10.5, 17.76. Long odds, sure, but I just feel
Trying to wrangle a stag.
I feel like I need
Is this
that
what
meat,
you need?
dude.
Is
I
this what
need
you
some
need?
meat.
Do you need to try
meat.
and wrangle a stags, or is this about maybe trying to go like for a hattie from something? Like, you're trying to even get bigger odds here. Like,
No,
you're
but
just
you
trying
you didn't even-
You don't need to wrangle a stags right now. You need fucking like bullshit value, and
I
stags
need
are hard
some
to
meat.
wrangle.
I don't need bullshit value. I'm
I
going
think you need-
hard at bets I'm confident in, i.e. the Munster, triple stake, 250. Then the $17 bet is going, I like the line. I need some fucking meat. And Tomoko's been hitting fucking tries,
I'm not
every week?
criticising Tomoko.
I don't listen. I don't want to give you advice because I want to win, but sometimes I feel like I need to. You've always been huge on stags and narrative is the only way to wrangle, and I'm just not
And
hearing
I
about
need
it.
some food.
The last couple,
I need some
the
food.
last couple of wrangles you've gone on have been really piss poor. To be honest, really piss poor.
Yeah. Well, you
And
know,
like, as a mate, I need to tell you that.
Yeah.
I will take your
They've been
advice
bad,
on
man.
getting a triple staked line, but if there was a stag set here, you don't have a single name on it. So I won't take advice on that.
also a
Thank you
good
very
point.
much.
That's also a
like,
good point. He
I don't
doesn't
see
have
your
a
name on an immortal board. I don't see your name on a winner board. I don't see your name on a stags board. So fucking come back to me later.
Very humbling. Very humbling.
Yeah, you can't argue
point.
with that. You can't
great
argue
point.
with that. Wrecked. We move on. Nilso, he's gone Broncos minus 10.5, Rapana and a Stags as well. Not good for you there, Sebo. And over 45.5 points, paying 19.37.
I don't hate that bet.
I mean, it's
Rapana
basically
scores.
the
Yeah.
same as fucking Seb's.
He's got
except
the
for-
over, but then
The over.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not the same. Yeah, Rapana does score, but not when you want him to.
Yeah, that's the
what
thing.
I find.
It's all he's like. I reckon Rapid is the number one player who scores when you're not on him, and
Yeah.
then you're on him, and then he
and
doesn't,
he doesn't score.
Yep.
Stags also does that, though, let's be honest. Except I've been on him.
And
We move on.
In fact, the whole fucking Raiders side does it.
Yeah, they do. We move on to Bulldogs v the Seagulls at the worst stadium on planet Earth. That is a core stadium. $2.55 for the Dogs, $1.52 for Manly. The line is 4.5 points, over under 46.5 points. 4.5 points, remind everyone the line there. 4.5 points. Rando.
As I mentioned, it will be wet for this one. 10 to 20 millimetres expected on Sunday in Sydney. Both teams in the wet are 50% this year. The Dogs knocked over the Cows, whilst Manly claimed the Tigers and the Storm in the wet. In their last 10 games, though, in the wet, both teams have only won 2 of those last 10. Always important to mention the Seagulls' rough record at a core, losing 13 of their last 14 games at the venue, but they have won 8 of their last 9 games against the Bulldogs, with 7 of those wins by 6 or more points. So I do like them the line. The Dogs, they have the worst defence in the last 5 rounds, conceding 36 points per game. For try scorers, got to jump in the Saab for this one. He has scored 6 tries in 4 games against the Dogs, and Manly's right edge has scored 8 tries in the last 5 games. The Bulldogs have conceded a try to a right winger in 5 of their last 6 games, with that right winger picking up a double in 3 of those 5 games they've scored in.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. If I can be honest with everyone, I did not like that Manly history
Tough
at
game.
a core.
Tough game.
Tough game. I actually though, I think it's look, we've got what's his face? Ruben's out because he got a broken back because fucking Chancellor Clogstead basically took him out mid-air. No one cares, it seems. Cooler's gone to fullback.
No one gives a shit.
No one gives a shit. Brad Parker's back in, though, and Ben Trebojevic back in. Gordon Chang Kum Tong finally making his NRL debut.
You got Ben Condon.
We got Ben Condon. No, well, Ben is actually, I think, just in the extended squad, Seb, but we do have Kelma Tuolangi, Aaron Woods, Ethan Bullimore. Listen, we dropped Josh Schuster this week, which I think had to happen, right? This is a Manly side who's going, we're not fucking taking the piss anymore. We're not fucking around. We're here to play rugby league, and we're here to play rugby league here and now. So I actually still think that fucking 4.5 line is still fantastic. I think it's still very good.
Still taking it to Pound Town?
I'm tripling it, bro. I'm not just taking it to Pound Town. I'm triple staking that bitch because the Dogs have been absolutely fucking awful. Now, obviously, that's it. Like, against the better teams, they're particularly awful. Manly not having the greatest season. But I think that with a couple of games to go, making some big decisions and some big plays, Manly fuck them up. Or at least win by more than 4.5 points, for God's sake. And you're getting $1.96. So you're getting a little extra juice there. Triple stake, Manly minus 4.5. Seba?
Yeah, look, I can't touch that line. Like and that says unfortunately a lot about Manly, like, and the Dogs. That this 4.5. I just don't know what's going to happen.
Poison line.
Like, yeah, it's
a scary line. There's scary lines this week. They just are.
It's poison ivy line. Like, fucking, you don't want to kiss it. Like it's
a green tree frog line. Is it a green tree frog or is it what are the poison arrow frogs?
The ones that they wiped on their backs.
Yeah.
I think
not the green tree frog.
That island off the coast of Sri Lanka. I think they killed that.
Oh, you mean
preacher
the North Sentinelese?
They killed that preacher.
Well, he's trying to fucking push God.
Well, but using that poison
lines. So I'm staying away from that stuff. I can't. I looked at Saab, but what's he paying? Like $1.60 or something.
$1.75.
Yeah, but he's good.
I know, but I just it's a game that anything could happen. So I just thought get 2 try scorers that can score, but their odds are all right. So that's Mole and DCE 780. Look, I don't know what's gonna happen. I need over $5 because I've got no fucking idea.
Not really throwing the bat at it, are you? Just swinging.
Nah, it's too hard because it's too hard. This might be it could be 8-all. You know what I mean? It really could be.
Manly's team on paper shitloads better with way better creative players in the more important positions. That's why I think Manly.
And there may have been, and there's been some, as we said earlier, some changes.
Whips cracked
that needed to be made. I had Manly 13 plus. Remember the rain, and listen, I've bitched out. But part of that bet was Saab, who is just in a nice sort of vein of form at the moment. Had he the other week, and just seems to have found his speed
and his strength. He believes in himself.
Because you need belief to be a first-grade rugby league
dudes
footballer.
off.
Yeah, big time. And Hamole, who just if you get him close to the line, big trouble in Little China.
And he also likes to. I don't know if he's facing up on kick-out this week. I think they were last time they played. Schmolle?
Yeah, he is.
He likes to fucking aim up against Hamole.
He takes that shit personally.
Yeah, he likes to listen. And no offense to the Dogs, Liam Knight's a friend, but your side looks like shit.
It looks pathetic.
It does. Tavita doesn't even want to play rugby league anymore. Harrison Edwards. I'm not knocking you, but you're not Jake Trebojevic, right? No. You're not. You're just not. So I actually think Manly are fucking specials here. That's why I'm tripling it.
Saab, Hamole for me, 450. Tom's tripled him. Sebo's gone Hamole DCE. And Lippy. Manly minus 4.5. Saab DCE 745.
Don't hate it, but it's not great value. We move on. Last game of the round. The Sharks v the Knights at Newcastle. $1.67 the Knights, $2.20 the Sharks. The line, 3.5 points, over under 44.5 points. You want to talk about lines that terrify in games that you don't know what the fuck's going to happen? Yep. This game is it for me. Good game, though. Good game. Rando, what's happening?
Well, first off, it will be wet, 5 to 10 millimetres expected, so a bit less than Sydney. It's also All Boys Day for Newcastle, so plenty to play for the Knights, who are on their longest winning streak since their 2001 Premiership winning campaign. The Sharks, they haven't been a top 8 team away this season, going 0-5, and they've only won one of their last 4 games at McDonald Jones. As you mentioned, the line's a bit scary. I reckon just take the Knights here at $1.67. For try scorers, I've said it the last couple of weeks, and it hasn't come off, but surely Dom Young is due. The left edge of the Sharks is conceding 28% of their tries, so Dom Young on that right edge has to be a likely try scorer in this one.
I've just changed my bet. I had Sharks plus 3.5. It's well documented on this show that this year I fucking hate Newcastle and the Knights generally, right? Nothing about the players, nothing about the team specifically. For those of you that know, fuck the Knights. But Ponga's in some fucking form. That movie, that movie put on Campbell Graham on the weekend where he was there and then in a second just bang off the left foot, steps inside and then back out, throwing cutout balls
it's not sweaty right.
He's in better form than any fucking player in the Sharkies side right now. I think I need to see what's going on here. I don't know. Is Hastings back? Not that it matters because fucking Adam Clune was doing the damn thing on the weekend, but I just think that I'm going to have to go the Knights here. Hastings has been named. Thank you very much. Newcastle minus 3.5 points.
Yeah. Look, the line, when we're talking about scary lines, we might have mentioned Scream, we might have mentioned
Faculty.
Faculty. We might have mentioned, I know what you did last summer. This line is like those movies for like scary for teenagers. This line is what lies beneath. You know what I mean? This is like, oh my God, Harrison Ford's a fucking killer and this is scary as shit. Like that's what this line's like. I can't tell
I've
the
actually
difference.
forgotten what lies beneath. I've got to go and like,
You know,
I
they're
remember
like,
it, but I can't remember him being a like.
Terrifying shit, right? Like terrifying. And so I'm going, I don't know what side of the line to pick. I don't know what try scorer to pick. I've gone down one of those try-bet markets that you always forget about, but are actually quite good. So either team to win by less than 10.5 points, it's $1.85. Not paying, it's pretty much $1.90. It's not just a bit under, but I can't tell what's going on. The line can't tell what's going on. No one knows which side to be on it. So that seems all right to me. So much so that I'm triple staking it because I reckon this is going to be a grindy affair, right? I really do. I really do. So triple staking either team
Now,
less than 10.5.
Just got to quickly check here, buddy. That's your third triple stake.
Yeah, can't you have 3?
I thought it was
You can have
2.
2.
Oh, you can only have 2.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
So you've got Critter and Peach triple staked, Munster triple staked, and then now you've got this what lies beneath bet.
I might take out the Critter one then. Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
changing that up.
Yeah, that's just a single.
Sure.
There you go.
Easy.
And I'm gonna say that. So that's your final. That's final. No more changes. You're done here. You're locking that in.
Locking it in.
Okay. I think that's the
Lock
worst
it in,
bet
Eddie.
you've got all week. I think that one is gonna fuck you to death, and I'm so excited for it.
Either team to win by less than
10.5
10.5
points.
I think
Whoever wins is gonna win.
I think I agree with that. But I think that there is a much stronger chance that the Knights win and win well.
Yeah.
That's
Team
right.
by 10.5. Oh boy, you're basically taking a line there.
I
Like,
think
it's-
I like Marju, Greg Marju. We were talking with Jai Arrow yesterday, and I said, "Who's the strongest fucking bench presser where was he? Or that he's ever played with? Maybe
someone. Yeah, I think it was it.
Greg Marju, 220
No, 205, 207, I think. Let's say 220.
plus. Call it 220.
220.
It's more than 200. It's more than 200. Put it that way. Man's a fucking thoroughbred. So Greg goes in, and Kalen Ponga, because arguably playing, if you listen to NRL 360, best form of his career. So he goes in as well, $4.19.
Beautiful. And then for our Newcastle fan, Nilso the Nova Castro and Eddie.
Marju, Ponga, Fitzgibbon, Knights -3.5. Have a guess who he goes for, $18.97.
Okay. All right. Well, that's rugby league there. We send it over to Rando for his bleep, bloop, bleep, bloop bet of the week.
Bleep, bloop.
And also,
Bleep, bleep.
and if I'm looking at it now, it might be the most disgusting looking odds I've ever seen. And your hot boys.
We'll start with the best bet going down with Daniel Tupou last weekend. This time, I do like Manly, the line here. They have obviously won 8 of their last 9 games against the Dogs, with 7 of those wins by 6 or more points. The Dogs, they have the worst defence in the last 5 rounds in the league, conceding 36 points per game. They've conceded 30 points in 8 of their last 9 games as well. Jason Saab, chucking him in there. He scored 6 tries in 4 games against the Dogs. Manly's right edge has scored 8 tries in their last 5 games. And the Bulldogs, they've conceded a try to a right winger in 5 of their last 6 games. So you go Saab, Manly -4.5, and that is $2.79 for your best bet. As we get into the hot boys, went down by 1, Dommy Young letting us down again. But I have chucked him back in here because I really think that he is due. We'll start with him, I guess. The right winger scored the Sharks are conceding 28% of their tries down their left edge. So Dom Young goes in for sure. Felty, he scored in 5 of his last 6 games at right wing and also scored a double against the Dolphins last time they met. Then we got Cam Munster, 11 tries in 11 games against the Titans, a try in his last 3 against them. Joey Suoli'i, commandment, take the right winger versus the Tigers. The right winger scored 24 tries in 22 games against them. Suoli'i has scored in 4 of his last 5. And to finish, Jason Saab doubling up, really big on him. 6 tries in 4 games against the Dogs. Manly right edge, absolutely humming. So you got Felt, Munster, Suoli'i, Saab, and Dommy Young paying $20.80.
Okay. They are hot. They are hot boys. Obviously, Kyle Felt. We know we've already discussed Kyle and the potential pitfalls, but hot. We move to our unit scoopers for the second last game of the week of the regular season. Sebo, what are you doing here to try and change things up?
The Yazaki 8.
Oh,
Gotta have
shit.
a crack at it. Got to have a crack at it. I've only had 1 or 2 all year. It can be done. It can be done. It's been done before, so I'm going at it. These are my lines. Start at the beginning. Penrith versus Parramatta. Para plus 19.5. I think it's just too many points at this end of the season. Same with the Dragons. Warriors, St. George plus 17.5. I think it's just too many points. Dolphins versus North Queensland. Cowboys minus 8.5. Storm, this one's scary, versus Titans. I'm taking Storm minus 18.5. That's scary, but I think the Storm are at the business end of the season. Titans love leaking points. Roosters minus 15.5. Scary. Broncos minus 10.5. I think that one's a given. Manly plus 4.5 should happen.
Manly's minus 4.5.
Yeah, sorry, minus 4.5 should happen. And then Knights, I'm taking the Sharkies plus 3.5. Knights versus Shark plus 3.5 because I don't know what's going to happen. I prefer it to be on the side of points. And that one is paying 175. Where's the cents? 175.19.
Watch this thing die Thursday night when the Panthers fucking hump the shit out of the Eels. Yeah. That'll be nice. Live stream. Hello Sport YouTube, 8
Will
PM.
be nice. I have also going for an Azaki 8. I'm just like, this is the last time you can do it this season. You may as well fucking roll the dice, have a
It's not the last time.
Well, because next week it's fucking impossible because they rest players. The lines are fucked. It's a mess. It's like it's almost impossible to do. And after that, there isn't 8 games. I have gone Penrith minus 19.5, St. George plus 7.5, Cowboys minus 8.5, Storm minus 18.5, Roosters minus 15.5. Seagulls minus 4.5, Knights minus 3.5, Broncos minus 10.5.
There you go. There you go.
175.19.
I saw you guys go on your Ozaki 8s, and I was like, shit, do I just like go into it? We're basically all the same except for I think maybe the Roosters because I am already, I'm running lines in my general bets. And then I went, nah, fuck it. I'm not doing that. I'm going for another fucking smoothie. Haven't hit one. I've been close, very close.
Going that smooth?
Going the smooth. So we kick off Panthers v the Eels. Brian Toto goes over. Then we've got the Warriors and the Dragons. Ravalawa goes over. Fish, Cows. I've also gone a bit of fucking Cole Felty. Nice. He's going over. Storm and the Titans. Got Carney P. That's probably one that I regret putting on, but I've gone Carney P. Roosters, Tigers. I've gone Suali'i. Raiders, Broncos. I've gone Selly Cobbs, who has fucked me the last few weeks. I'm not going to lie, Selwyn. You have, but I respect you.
Selly.
Dig deep. Dogs, Manly, Jason Saab, obvious, and then Knights, Sharks. You go, you go Dommy Young. No, dude. Dommy Young, a serial pest when it comes to trying to wrangle. So I'm going Mulatalo, who, look, he's got a bit of pest about him himself. But all those together, you're going to get 145.45.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Not bad at all.
10 to 10,000.
I got Lippy's thing. He's
doing
a VCR bet, which isn't a movie bet. It's actually a vodka, coke, and raspberry, which was made famous cocktail in Newcastle in 1997 after the Knights won the grand final. So he's gone Victor, Chanzi, and Rapiner for 43.32.
Shit. There's something about... Nilso's done some work this week. I got to say, he's made a good account of himself.
VCR, I mean, it makes sense.
He's had a really good account of himself this week.
He has.
I'm impressed by that. I'm impressed by Nilso.
Good on you, Nilso, for having a crack, bruh.
Mate, if anyone's going to have I'd like to see Nilso change the fate of the Lippy, if anyone's going to do it. What is our 10 to 10,000? Who's where? I know everyone's got there. What day am I, basically, Ed?
Your Saturday.
Okay, sweet. Well, let's do our 10 to 10,000 then, shall we?
Easy.
We'll start with Rando on Thursday.
Taking Dill Edwards here. Reckon he's a good shout.
On Friday, drink water, 220.
I'm Saturday, as I've just been told, and I'm going to go... Billy Smith, 270.
And I'm taking Mulatalo, $1.82.
There we go.
There we go. That's us, punters and dribblers.
Nice.
Thanks again.
Nice.
Thanks again. Much love to you. Much love to Neds. Thank you to Neds for their support. If you can have a bet, do it with Neds. Until next week. Ciao. Bye-bye. Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on screen or visit the website.